Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. The message I'm coming to you today with is there a price for truth? What price would you pay for truth? Proverbs 23:23 says, buy the truth and do not sell it. Excuse me. Buy the truth and do not sell it. Also, wisdom and instruction and understanding. Buy the truth and do not sell it. Also, wisdom and instruction and understanding. Right? What price would you put on truth? Now, we know truth is the Messiah. Truth is the Mashiach. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Let's look at this. Truth. The opposite of a lie. The opposite of deception. Nowadays, in this society, we are surrounded by lies that are presented as the truth. And then when you present the truth, people look at it like it's a lie. They reject it. Cognitive dissonance sits in. Especially for those that claim to believe in the Most High, claim to believe in his Son, claim to believe in the scriptures. But when you show them the scripture and it goes contrary to what they've been taught, what their traditions show, and what makes them feel good, then there's a rejection. And what you present is now seen as a lie or taken out of context, or they make statements like, it's not that deep. You're looking in it too deep. You need to get saved, young man. Okay. Let's look at this. Matthew chapter 24. Nowadays, the lie is painted and it's disguised and it's dressed very seductively. Right? It's not blatant. Even when Satan came in the beginning, he mixed it. He mixed the lie with a little bit of truth, right? He had to butter it up. Right now, this society, this system is very, very good at the sleight of hand trick, right? They love to present something on one hand while they're doing something with the other, okay? It's like that 3-card money. I gotta get you distracted looking at this card because I really got what you're looking for under this card, right? It's like these magicians. They'll tell you, I get you focused in one direction, it's a misdirection, and I'm really doing something over here, right? So let's look. Right now as we speak, our people are focused on holidays, gifts, turkey days, football games, basketball games, parties, bars, hookah lounges, who slept with who, what did celebrity do, how I'm gonna get this new toy, this new car. But the signs of the times are aligning. The signs of the Messiah, the Mashiach, returning are aligning. But before he comes, there's some things that have to line up. And the things that have to take place before he comes are not comfortable things. These are not things that will make people just burst out in celebration. No, there's going to be a lot of bloodshed, a lot of tears, a lot of destruction, especially depending on what side of the sword you on. The Most High, Yahuwah, can preserve who he wants to preserve, protect who he wants to protect. But make no mistake, a lot of people are going to die. People ain't really hearing this much. This is what's transferred. As we speak right now, we're involved almost pretty much like in a World War III. Things are ramping up tremendously. Right? Putin is telling America, this is like your last warning. Back up. Leave our business alone because we got something that y'all can't stop. Now, I truly believe the only reason stuff hasn't escalated yet, right, to the point of just total obliteration is because the hand of the Most High is the one that determines when things will happen. He controls the hearts of the kings. All right. Let's look at this. Matthew 24. Going to start at verse 3. This is the Mashiach, the Messiah, Yahusha, addressing his disciples. Verse 3 says, now as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately. Privately. There's only a few that's walking that are really close, and that are really close to the Most High, and that are really following the Mashiach. So please be encouraged. Don't be discouraged when you feel isolated. Even though you got all these people around you claim to believe in the scriptures. Now as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately. He would often address them privately, or give them the understanding or detailed breakdowns privately. Because he says, entering through the narrow gate. Wide is the gate, broad is the way that leads to destruction. Many go in and many go in by it. Narrow is the gate. Difficult is the way that leads to life, and only few find it. Be encouraged right now if you're part of the few. Let's keep pushing forward, right? That's his mercy and grace. They said, tell us when these things will be, and what will be the sign of your coming at the end of the age. They want to know about the end times. Let's see what the Messiah, the Mashiach, says. And Yahusha answered and said to him, take heed that no one deceives you. So before he addressed anything, the first thing he's teaching them, don't be deceived. How deep does the rabbit hole go? We just had an election pass, and it just baffles me, especially with our people, that we still believe in this system. We'll fight you, we'll belittle you, we'll condemn you for not participating in this system. Slavery wasn't that far removed. Jim Crow wasn't that far removed. I mean, look at us. We're the laughing stock of the planet. We're the Most High's prized possession, but we're the laughing stock of the planet. We are the joke. We're the butt of every joke. Look at us. We crazy. We put jewelry in our mouths. We wear hair of other people. We wear hair of other people that look like the people that oppress us. We make music about killing each other. It was so crazy because we're the influencers of the globe. I stumbled upon, it was somebody from another nation rapping, made a rap song, and it had subtitles. And for some reason, I got on this search where I started looking all around the world to see about rap music in these other countries. And everywhere I clicked on, there was rappers everywhere. Indonesia, China, different parts of Africa, all over. But when I read the lyrics, all their rap lyrics were primarily about the struggle that people were going through, political awareness, and how they wanted their people to rise up. When I look at our music over here, the Negroes over here are talking about killing each other, getting high, smashing each other. It's crazy. He says, don't be deceived. I don't even know what they're teaching in the churches no more, because our people come out just the same and happy, like getting high. In this awakening, we got knowledge, no love. Any shine of the spirit moving, the Ruach moving, we reject it. We're divided. This is why he addressed his disciples privately. Privately. There's only few. He said, do not be deceived. Many will come in my name. They put a comma, even though I know it wasn't a comma in the original writing. But I think that these scholars were trying to separate a thought, right? Because what was commonly taught was Many will come in my name, I am the Christ. So, and this is what we were looking for. We were looking for people that was coming to say they were Jesus. And as long as you didn't say you were Jesus, you were cool. But look at this. He says, many will come in my name. Stop. Because at the time, the Romans were in power. The Romans wind up adopting and polluting the faith that the Mashiach was laying down and gave to his disciples so they can make other disciples to lay down. That was the foundation. The Romans came, they hijacked it, polluted it, convoluted it, right? And they became what they call the church fathers. And the fathers of the faith is what we primarily follow around the globe now. It's a watered down, polluted, part faith, part paganism fused together. And it's not an indictment on the people that don't really know, except the fact that when it says study to show thyself approved, that verse never gets taught and brought up primarily because our people hate to read. You know, you want to hide something from us, you put it in a book. I know a guy that used to hide his re-up money, sad to say, in a book because he kept getting robbed by his brothers. And he knew that was the one place his brothers would never look, inside of a book, right? It's crazy. So he says, for many will come in my name saying, I am the Christ, I am the Mashiach, I am the anointed one, I'm the deliverer. And deceive many. And deceive many. Think about that. You really have to gauge yourself and say, what am I into? What are my ideologies? What do I see as right? What do I see as wrong? Where did I get that from? If it's not from the scriptures, and the scriptures will always give you a confirmation scripture, a precept. You will find another verse somewhere to agree with the doctrine you follow. If you can't find it, then you have to lay that doctrine down. Okay? It says, for many will come in my name saying I am the Christ and deceive many. So the Romans came and they slaughtered a lot. They enslaved a lot. They conquered a lot. They wrote a lot of declarations. They wrote a lot of decrees, right? Using the name of Christ, the Pontifex Maximus, right? From the Pope to the Vatican, till now, to your big time pastors, leaders, mores, bishops, deacons, the whole nine right now, right? Come in his name, saying we represent him. Some are they'll go as bold to say I'm right up under him. I'm him in the flesh. I'm reincarnating him. All these other things, deception, deceiving. This is why he took his disciples privately. He said, I need y'all to get this because y'all going to be the ones that I use to bring forth this truth. Bring forth me, for I am truth. He says, and will deceive many. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. Wars, straight up, you'll hear wars because they'll be going on. And then you'll hear of rumors of wars, meaning other wars will be coming. Other wars will be attached. This thing will be ramping up. And this is what we see. Do not be deceived. Do not be deceived, y'all. Let's open our eyes. Look around where you at. Pop your head out the water. What's going on? Right? They telling you the economy is messed up, yet they present you with nothing but commercials to go buy stuff. How does that make sense? Right? They've taught, right now we're in a place where the gender don't mean nothing no more. Like they're making gender not be a thing. But what are they really presenting? Pedophilia. That's on its way. Bestiality. That's on its way. Robot man relationship. That's on its way. Stay tuned for part 2.